Now, the rest of the story.
Okay, so gotta make this video because my buddy Ryan was actually asking about it. But we're out of fodder in the shed here. Brother Ryan's hooking on to the Bale wagon, the 4020. And we have this stack of 50 dry made fodder bales from last fall. This is like the first day of fodder we made. And number one, we don't really want it in the field anymore because it's right on the field road. And it was more or less just like an experiment because we wanted to know how well the stuff would keep being wrapped over the winter. A lot of that stuff with that wrapper last year was experimental, and it's going to help us make better informed decisions this year. So I don't want to do the net wrap. Well, and like that and that. First bale's got some moisture on it. Let's call that good for the moment. Other than I got a nasty cold. Yep. Trait of being wrapped in plastic, you get that little bit of moisture on the outer layer, which I'm hoping is more or less just superficial. It really doesn't bother it that much. Right here, I mean, on the ground, I mean, this stuff, even the stuff that wasn't wrapped, we just fed the last bale. It was out of the shed, and it, like, when fodder is made dry, it was combined, it was left to lay for a few days to dry out. We hit it with the rotary mower, raked it and baled it. It had zero rain on it. Like the best bedding, the best way to make corn fodder bales, to be honest with you. And the cows absolutely love them. Ooh, it's chilly on the inside. So that of note too, but it kept it dry, which you'd expect with plastic. I mean, even on the face of it, because normally you would like seal, if you were trying to make silage, you'd put a piece of plastic over the face on each end and completely seal it, and that is not what we did. But I am willing to bet, well actually let's look at it in reverse way. Okay, so on the bottom it's actually dry, the moisture's on the top, which I think it's something to do with the condensation from the sun hitting it. I mean, I'm not 100% certain, that's what I've been told. But put it this way, if it was left to sit outside on the bare ground, the bottom would actually look like that from the exposure to the dirt, and you'd have loss on the bottom. So I guess it's a wash, which is what we really wanted to be able to say. A wash is a good thing on this, because that means you actually preserved the quality of the bedding and you could feed it throughout the summer, which is what I really was aiming to do. Because even though it's not May yet, we're still April. You're good. What I've been doing with my cows is I've been feeding them 3 bales a day, or 3 bales of feeding, not 3 bales a day. And then I still put in one of these dry fodder bales, and it helps kind of prolong their feed usage. It really does, actually. The stuff that was made when it was wet, because we did make some lower quality stuff, we fed that out first. Excuse me. That stuff had more waste to it, and the cows really didn't want it. But this stuff, they'll actually go through. We put 3 bales of hay in, grass hay in, and then this, the fodder, they'll actually go through and they'll nose through the fodder. They'll eat all the leaves and stuff. Like, they'll go and eat all this, and then any ears or anything they find. But ultimately, I want to see here what, 'cause that's the first, second. It was completely sealed, and you can see where there was a puncture in the plastic here. But even that one, the face of the second one is actually pretty dry. And while it still has some mold issue, the bottom is still dry, the plastic is still dry. I'm gonna call this a win.